Mike, what did you think of Tristan's performance in this game? And is it possible that maybe he was a little rusty? It's obviously been a while since he's played, including the Buffalo series.
I thought Tristan made some big saves throughout the course of the game to keep the game where it was at. There were some good saves in both ends of the rink. I just think we have to be better as a group.
Mike DeFabo.
Mike, the score obviously wasn't what you're looking for, but just how do you evaluate things from a process standpoint?
I know we have more to give. I know we have the ability to be a better team. I thought there were moments when we were real good in the game. I thought there were moments when they had momentum. It was a really even game, I think, and that's what we expected. They're a good team, and we believe we're a good team also. We just got to make sure we learn from this and see what we can take from it and get ready for the next one.
Seth.
Mike, the power play is 0 for 3 today, but it seemed like at least early on you generated some good chances there. Sid had one, it was off to the side there, got robbed. Just were you happy with just, I guess, the process and maybe not necessarily the results?
I thought the first few power plays they were really good. I thought we had a lot of zone time, we had a lot of territory, we had some good looks. You alluded to the chance Sid had. That was a real good save on their part. The later power plays that we got, I think it was one of them. We weren't quite as good, but you got to give them credit. They defended hard as well. So we're just going to keep going. We believe in the power play groups that we have. They've been really good for us. They had some looks. They didn't finish tonight, but we believe they will.
Rob Rossi.
Sorry, Mike, you guys had a real strong 4-minute kill, but it did seem that they gained a little momentum after that. Did you sense that? And do you think that's maybe where the game, if it did turn a little bit, turned there?
I don't think there was any moment where the game turned. I think there were surges on both sides. There was momentum swings, and that's playoff hockey. And so, you've got to try to simplify the game and get back on your toes when you're on your heels and the other team surges. You've got to try to ride the surge when you have it. We had, I thought, an extended period of time in the second period where right before Sid's goal, we had a handful of shifts there in the offensive zone where we were buzzing pretty good. So, that was an example during the course of the game on our part where we had some good pushback and, it results in a goal. So I just think that's playoff hockey. That's the nature of this time of year. We've got to make sure that we minimize the times when we're on our heels. We got to try to get to our game as often as we can.
Tim Benz.
Mike, those surges you talked about, did the Islanders have more of them, and did they sustain them longer in the third period and overtime? And if so, what was attributable to that?
No, I don't think so. They had their moments. We had our moments. I thought right before we get scored against in the overtime, Sid has a great shift. They get a couple of real good looks. They don't score. And so we had a couple of offensive zone faceoffs right in a row. And we felt good about where we were at that particular point. So, I just think that was the way the game went. There were moments when we had momentum. There were moments when they had momentum.
Take a couple more. Dave Molinari.
Thanks for speaking with us, Mike. Your record was almost perfect during the regular season when you were ahead at the second intermission. Was the third period today, when they kind of had things go their way for a good chunk of the time, a result of things they were doing well or things that you guys weren't doing as well?
I thought I just answered that question. There were moments in the third period when they had some momentum and we had some pushback as well. Cappy scores a big goal for us to respond right after they score. That's a huge point in the game. A lot of teams probably would have been extremely deflated, and I thought it was a great response by our guys. So that's just the nature of playoff hockey. We're gonna get ready for the next one.
Last question, Mike Pursuta.
Mike, did you guys change anything on the breakout in terms of just trying to get it out as opposed to trying to jumpstart the offense? And how do you think that aspect of the game played out coming out of your end?
No, I thought, we're trying to take what the game gives us. We've got strategies that we utilize all year long with this group, regardless of what a forecheck looks like, and based on our opponents, we may say that these options may be better, or we need to do this, or we try to adjust during the course of the game based on what happens. And so it's no different than I think any other game for that matter. We're trying to make adjustments along the way that we think can help our guys have success, and tonight was no different.